Hey there everyone, it's Retro Martin here, and today we're just going to have a short video looking at the Anniversary Collection Arcade Classics that came out on sort of last gen. I'm going to be testing the Switch version out, and it's basically a collection of 8 of Konami's classic arcade games. So let's dive straight in. The first game is Konami's Scramble from 1981, which is a looping side-scrolling shooter where you have to build up your fuel to stop you from running out and shoot as many enemies as you can, as you would expect. It's quite basic, but very good fun. This is Twinby, which came out in 1985, a very early pioneer of the cute-em-up genre, which is basically a shmup with very cutesy artwork. It's a vertical shoot-em-up with an emphasis on shooting the power-ups to change the colours so that they provide you with different power-ups. Otherwise, it focuses on shooting up in the air as well as ground combat. Next up is a game that needs no introduction, Gradius or Gradius, depending on how you want to pronounce it, or if you want to use the Western name or original name, it's Nemesis. Now this is a very well-known side-scrolling shmup where you can pick up power-ups but hoard them and decide on when exactly you want to upgrade. It's a great fun little shooter and it's well-known for a reason. Next up is 1986's Salamander, or Life Force as it was titled in certain places. This uses the exact same ship as Gradius, however you have a second player that can also join in. It now has a multiple power-up system that you can use by picking up loads and loads of them, and it will just add things to your ship as you go along.
Make way through muscle tissue. Fire!
Next up we have Ajax, which came out in 1987 and saw a limited release in Europe under the name of Typhoon. I had it myself on the Commodore, which means this is the title I'm the most nostalgic for. This has 2 ways of playing. You're either a jet, which flies into the screen taking down enemies, or it's a typical vertical shmup where you take on a helicopter. There are power-ups, they are a bit harder to come by, but it is a great fun shooter and the 2 ways of play really make it stand out. The next game is Haunted Castle. This may seem quite familiar to most of you because it is in fact a version of Castlevania. I feel this is the weakest link on the collection. It's a side-scrolling platformer action game. However, the hitboxes are not that great. I find enemies go very, very fast. The only sort of thing that works for it is the pixel art looks really nice, but I think I'll stick with any other version of Castlevania. Next we have Vulcan Venture, or Gradius 2 as it is known. It's a sequel to the original Gradius, but it brings with it some of the additional things that were put in Salamander, which was a spin-off from Gradius, and it has 2 different weapon configurations you can pick from. But otherwise, it's pretty much Gradius all over again, but that's by no means a bad thing. A side-scrolling shooter that is great. Our final game is 1988's Thundercross. This is a typical side-scrolling shmup. It's very similar to Salamander in the power-ups are automatically gained and it just adds onto your ship, but it looks absolutely fantastic because it's the sort of the latest game within this list. Everything just looks better. It plays really fluidly and is really good fun. In addition to the other shmups, it also has a kill everything, or at least damage everything attack that you can set off a few times per life as well. This collection also provides manuals for every game, full colour with everything explained, and also allows you to change the games into their Japanese counterparts, which obviously changes the names. But this also has the effect of changing some of the visual flourishes and as well as the way the games are. Most evident is when you play Typhoon, or Ajax as it should be in Japanese. You start off playing as the helicopter instead of the fighter jet, and it's a different colour. This may not seem like much, but it's a nice little visual flourish.